Time now for our political insiders. Tony May, Charlie Giroux joining us live in the studio tonight. And we're going to talk about, of course, the State of the Union address President Obama will deliver tonight right here on CBS 21. Tony, let's start with you. What do you expect to hear from the president tonight?
Well, I think that, this is clearly going to be a time when he's going to scale back the enthusiasm because the audience has never been really welcoming to him, the Congress itself. So I think we're going to look for him to talk about bread and butter pocketbook issues. Clearly, already telegraphed, talk about increasing the minimum wage, including an executive order to increase the minimum wage for federal contract employees. Beyond that, I think he'll talk about making college more affordable and a little bit about immigration and making college available to immigrants in good standing.
Does he talk about Obamacare, Charlie?
Let's hope not, but he will. His main focus, Tanya, because the State of the Union really isn't that great, particularly with the economy, and the state of his political numbers isn't very good either. So what the president's going to try to do tonight is change the subject. And so he'll try to pivot away from Obamacare to the greatest extent possible. He's going to use one phrase that I think you'll hear repeatedly: income inequality. It's, it's like Punxsutawney Phil showing up on February 2nd. When you're in trouble, that's what you pivot to if you're in the Democratic Party. That's what they're going to try to move to. This stuff with the minimum wage, frankly, is pure political theater. But frankly, the State of the Union address is kind of political theater. It's the one night where the president has the best stage he's going to have in the year ahead, and he'll use it.
Latest numbers reporting by CNN in the past half hour, his approval ratings now at 43%. Do you think the State of the Union is going to help that, or is that the hope?
No, I think what's going to help is time. I mean, I think that nothing can cure that approval rating, which is a reflection of how people feel in general. Charlie and I agree. It's about the economy. Raising the minimum wage would improve the economy, and so that is, and as Charlie says, he's going to talk about that. And if we can get 5-6 million Americans a decent living wage, then I think you will see his approval ratings go up.
And that's a huge divided issue right now.
Yeah, and raising the minimum wage won't help the economy. It's bad for the economy, it's bad for business, and ultimately, Tanya, it's bad for workers, because the minimum wage is designed, at least its architect said so, for people entering the workforce to have a handhold on the ladder of economic opportunity from which they could move upward. That's not what we're talking about here. Tony can tell us what percentage of workers are actually making the minimum wage. It's infinitesimal. And this political theater that the president's now engaged in with this executive order to apply the minimum wage to federal contract employees, I mean, we're talking about the tiniest sliver of people at that point. I haven't done the research yet. I honestly believe that you're going to find that the numbers are infinitesimal.
And John Boehner's saying it would actually hurt. He said this today, that it would actually hurt the economy.
If Charlie were right and it was infinitesimal, it would not hurt the economy at all. So for
no,
Charlie,
the executive order won't, but a large scale.
For the executive order, it's about 600,000 workers. You're correct. That is a small part of the overall workforce, but it'll set a standard. I think it's like the prevailing wage for construction jobs. It does help raise the level of pay for everybody.
All right. Well, you can catch the political insiders here on Tuesday, of course, but they're going to be back tonight on CBS 21 News live at 11. Give us their thoughts after the State of the Union address, and we'll get your opinions tonight and see how it turns out there. And you can see that right here on CBS 21 News at 11.